Oh my goodness, what is this? 4 huge boxes of boneless, skinless chicken thighs. And yes, you are seeing that right. It is $12 for 40 pounds. 30 cents a pound. What am I going to do with it? Stick around and I'll show you. Hello, welcome to Grandma B's Busy Life. If you're new here, I'm Brenda. And as you can see, I have a ton of chicken on my hands. So what am I going to do with it? I'm going to can it, I'm going to freeze it, and I'm going to cook some of it. Let's jump in. I have my clean bottles right there, and then this comes in a big bag. There's a big bag, but then inside the bag is 4 individual bags. And I'm just going to chop them up into small pieces and put them in the jars for now. Chicken needs to be pressure canned. It needs that high pressure, high temperature in order to kill any of the bacteria that's in there. I'm also careful to get as much fat off as possible. Fat's the first thing that's going to go rancid in the jar, so you want to get as much off as possible. And then I just pack the jars all the way to the top with the raw chicken chunks, and I don't put any water in, I don't put any salt in, and I pressure can it that way. It makes its own broth. I do clean off the rims with vinegar to make sure that no chicken juice or grease from the fat of the chicken is on the rim. Then I put the lid on and put it in my pressure canner and pressure can it according to the Ball Blue Book recommendations. So I'm curious what weight amount fits in the jar, and I forgot to measure it before I started. So here's an empty jar, and I've zeroed it out. I'll take this jar off and put this jar on, and it comes to 14.8 ounces, so almost a full pound of chicken in each jar. About an ounce less than a full pound. Okay, real life, here's the mess. Oh my gosh, so there's only about half of one box gone. And I have 16 jars in there. They're double stacked, so I'm going to get these processing. But first I got to clean up this mess so that when I turn my stove on, everything doesn't catch on fire. Frying some up for dinner, and then I bagged up the rest of that box, 4 thighs in each little bag, and then I've got 3 bags with 8 thighs in those bags. So they'll go down to the freezer, and then I'll work on the next 3 boxes. I had to take a small detour in my chicken shenanigans because this big box of bacon was in my freezer and I could not fit all the chicken in. And I know this is horrible video, but the point is I had to take this box out of the freezer, let it thaw just enough that I could pry it apart and put it into bags that I could tuck into all the little tiny nooks and crannies. This is what's going on in my kitchen while I'm bagging up the next box of chicken. Kim and Braden and Braxton and Grandpa B are building projects that we got from Home Depot. They're having a great time, loving working with the tools and Grandpa helping them. Here's the final tally. I have 33 jars of chicken, and they're shelf stable, and I can use them any way I would use shredded chicken, in a casserole, in a soup, chicken salad, any way you would use shredded chicken. And the fact that they're shelf stable, you could actually just open the jar and eat it the way it is because it's fully cooked. And the freezer is completely full. Every single spot is full. So I have 32 bags that have 4 thighs each, and then I have 12 bags that have 8 each, and I had to stick all of the bacon in all of the little nooks and crannies. They're in half-pound packages, so all 15 pounds of it is in here in 30 different packages throughout the whole freezer. I think I'm good for a very, very long time. I don't normally buy that much chicken at a time, But I am so glad that I did. At 30 cents a pound, I just couldn't pass it up. I probably overbought. 160 pounds is a lot, but we will use it. I probably won't have to buy for a whole year. I'm so grateful that you stuck around to the end with all of my chicken shenanigans. I hope you have a great day. I'll see you again soon.